My name is Daphne Phillips.
You're Daphne Phillips, and you are?
Matthew Phillips.
Matthew, how old are you, Matthew?
16.
16 years old. You're very tall for 16, aren't you?
Yes, I was born in 2000.
Wonderful. I love hearing that. You were born in 2000. Do you remember what day you were born?
March 19th.
Do you know what time you were born?
Midnight.
At midnight. Wonderful time to be born. And you are?
I'm Diana Shad, and I'm Daphne's sister and Matthew's aunt.
Wonderful. Very important family. Family members are very important. All right, so let's do this. Let's do Matthew's story.
Okay, like he said, he was born on March 19th, 2000. My pregnancy was fine. I had the Rh negative factor, which they did give me the Rogam, which I just found out has the thimerosal in it. I didn't know that at the time. I thought I was doing what I was supposed to.
Why did they give you Rogam? What was it?
I have the Rh negative factor. So they thought maybe he had positive blood and I have negative blood. So that's why they gave it to me. They keep him safe so my antibodies doesn't fight off the baby, is what they say. So that's why I had it. And like I said, I didn't know it had thimerosal in it until just recently. I didn't know. And so he had a natural birth. He had a little problem with his breathing when he was born, but that cleared up, so he was fine. He stayed with me mostly in my room. And I don't remember him getting the Hep B or the vitamin K. I don't.
You don't remember?
No.
So you don't actually know?
I don't know. I don't know. It's not on his chart record. So I took him in for his 2 months, his 4 months, his 6 months, and he seemed to do fine. But when I took him in for his 12-month baby well checkup, they said, okay, we're just going to give him the MMR and the DTaP, because I wasn't comfortable with all the shots they were going to give him at one time. And come to find out, they gave him 5 shots that day. It was actually not the MMR and the DTaP, it was the Hep B, the Hib, the MMR, the PCV7 pneumococcal, and the VCV chickenpox that he got all in one day. So this was on a Friday. Saturday I had planned his first birthday party. And so we were running errands. So that evening I went and picked up his birthday cake, and we went out to dinner with my husband's co-workers. And then the doctor had told me that day after she gave him the shots, because he's one, he can have whole milk. And I was like, okay, I'll start him on whole milk. So we were out that evening and I ran out of formula bottles. So my husband went into a convenience store to get him some milk. I was like, you can just pick him up some milk and we'll put it in his bottle. And he ran inside and got chocolate milk. So I didn't think anything of it. So we put it in his bottle. He drank it, and about the time we got to our driveway, he was making this gurgling sound. And it was dark. So I scooped him up out of the back seat, ran up on my front porch with the light was on, and my daughter opened the door and she said, what's wrong with Matthew's face? I was like, what do you mean what's wrong with Matthew's face? His face was completely swollen. His eyes were swollen shut. He had a hive and he was gasping for air. So we went in panic mode. And we live in a rural area, so the big hospital's like 45 minutes away. So I called them and I got a hold of the ER nurse, and she's like, if he's having an adverse reaction, you don't have time to get him here. That's what she told us. Then we were really in panic mode. So we went to our local hospital, which is, we live in a small town, it's like 10 minutes away. I just ran into the ER with him in my arms, and he had that high-pitched scream. And I just handed him, there was just 2 nurse practitioners there. There wasn't even a doctor there. So they gave him, of all things, a shot in one leg and a shot in the other. And he just was crying and crying, and finally he just fell asleep in my arms, and they made us stay there for 20 minutes. And then they said, after the 20 minutes, just go home and keep an eye on him and then follow up with your pediatrician. So we got home that night. He slept. I got up like every 5 minutes to check on him. Kept putting cold wash rags on his face so the swelling would go down. And this is what he looked like the next day at his birthday party. The swelling of his eyes. They're still red.
Yeah.
And here's the other side. That's how he spent his first
You
birthday.
can see the redness around his eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, the swelling had gone down. So I made an appointment with the pediatrician, took him back, and I knew what it was. And I told her, she was a younger pediatrician, and they were like in a clinic, so they had like, you know, different pediatricians in the clinic, but he was her clinic, his pediatrician. So I told her, I was like, she came in with the folder and she's like, oh, I see you've been to the ER. I was like, yeah, he had a reaction to the shots that he got that Friday. She's like, no. She looked me right in the face and said, no, that's impossible. And I was like, no, it's not impossible. She's like, well, just wait here for a minute. She goes to get the head pediatrician, brings her in, and she's like, and I told her the same story. I was like, he's had a reaction to these shots. She's like, no, it's not the vaccines. Did he eat or drink anything different that day? And of course, I mentioned the chocolate milk. And she's like, oh, it was the chocolate milk. And I'm like, no, he's had chocolate candy bars. He's had Chips Ahoy cookies. He's had chocolate before, never had a reaction. And she's like, what could be the preservatives in the chocolate milk? So
How about the preservatives in the vaccines? Let's go that way.
Yeah, she
instead.
said the preservatives in the chocolate milk. So they made me so mad. I just left. That was it. I left. And we didn't go back. I knew what it was. And then I saw his progression. He did lose his speech. He lost his eye contact. He wouldn't answer you when you called his name. He started stimming, the hand flapping, the jumping, and I didn't know where to go. I just went online and just started researching and Google everything. And back then it was MySpace and Cafe Mom is what I was on. They didn't have Facebook. But I found other autism moms. They had the same story. So I just worked with him at home, and his sister, she was 15 at the time that he was born, and he loves her.
Who's that?
His older sister, she was 15 when he was born.
Oh, wow.
And she was like,
what a great shot. How old is he in this shot?
this is before the vaccine.
Yeah, you can see. Look at that. It's light in his eyes.
And this is like when he was 4 months old. That's his first baby picture.
This is about how old?
Maybe 6 months, because he was sitting up and learning how to eat out of the high chair. And this is his first Christmas. This is his dad. Look at him smiling. And this is right before the vaccine.
So right before the vaccine.
Yeah.
She took a healthy, fun-loving, wonderful boy and wreck his life with one well baby visit. Sorry, Matthew.
And this is another one from his first birthday. That's what his face looked like. And then this is when he was 2.
We've all got shots like this where they're just staring.
Yeah, just wanted to
Blankly.
just look at the
The
camera.
101 pictures of Billy looking exactly like that. There we go again. The light's gone from their eyes.
So, like I said, me and his sister, I like YouTube videos. We just worked with him. We went into his world. We, just to get him,
What age did he start speaking again?
4.
Right, that's kind of early. That's good.
Because I knew kindergarten was coming up, and he didn't go to daycare. I kept him home because of his sensory issues and everything, and he stayed home with me, and I would just work with him and work with him. Me and his sister. Her name's Elizabeth. I forgot to tell that. And
Matthew,
Yeah.
what do you like to do?
Watch new movies, play video games, and watch TV shows.
And what's your favourite video game?
Lego Dimensions.
Excellent. And your favourite TV show?
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Fantastic choice. Billy would sit and watch SpongeBob SquarePants with you any day.
Okay.
How are you feeling?
Good.
You feel good? You look good. You happy to be here?
Yes.
He's It's really nice to meet you. Do you want to see how many hearts you have? How much love you have? You ready?
Yes.
See all those hearts? Those are for Matthew.
40.
They're Matthew's hearts. How many hearts did you see?
40.
You saw 40. And they're all for you. Because everybody loves you.
Well, he's doing good now. He's
adorable.
He's in 9th grade. He started high school this year.
I graduated from middle school 3 months ago.
Fantastic. And what do you want to do now?
What are you gonna make? Remember?
I'm going to make a new.
No, when you grow up, baby, what do you want to do when you grow up? What are you gonna make?
Movies.
You want to make movies? Fantastic.
Yes.
What movies about what?
Movies about animals and people.
Fantastic.
Live action animation.
Brilliant. You know you're great?
Yes.
Good. That's really important because you are great.
Yes.
We love you.
I love you too.
Okay, now we're going to start crying. No, oh, you guys are amazing.
Thank you.
Guys, I'm just so sorry this has happened to Matthew and your family, but he's just wonderful and seriously talented.
He's done a lot of work. It's really been hard, but he's done really, really good. And we're very, very proud of him. So, yeah.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for talking to us.
Thank you.
Did your number on the bus? Did you ride on the bus?
Not yet.
No, we didn't. No, I didn't.
He's
Would you
excited.
like to ride on the bus?
Yes.
Okay, we really want to see it.
Tell her where you want to ride at.
On the red X.
You want to ride on the red
Red
X?
is his favorite color.
You can.
Red's my favorite color.
All right, let's go and do that right now. Do we